In the small town of Willows End, there lies a playground shrouded in mystery, known to the locals as the Phantom Playground. Its eerie reputation stems from a string of unsettling nighttime tales that have been whispered from generation to generation. At first glance, the playground looks ordinary enough. A rusted swing set, a merry-go-round, and a slide that has seen better days. However, when the sun sets, this seemingly innocent spot transforms into the epicenter of urban legends. It all began with the disappearance of young Emma Thompson. Emma, a lively 6-year-old, was last seen playing at the playground one evening before she vanished without a trace. Her disappearance sent shockwaves through the community, and despite exhaustive searches and investigations, no clues ever surfaced. Soon, whispers of strange occurrences began to circulate. Children claimed to hear Emma's laughter in the dead of night, even though the playground was deserted. One evening, a father named John decided to take his young son, Lucas, to the playground as part of their nightly walk. The sun had just dipped beyond the horizon, casting long shadows across the empty playground. Lucas, full of excitement, ran towards the swings, but John noticed something that froze his blood. Beneath the soft glow of the moonlight, the swings were moving on their own, creaking rhythmically as if an unseen force was pushing them. Lucas, oblivious to his father's growing unease, giggled and pointed. "Look, Daddy, Emma's playing." John felt a chill crawl down his spine. Emma had become more than a missing child. She was now part of the playground's spectral lore. Determined to dismiss his fear as mere imagination, John approached the swings and grasped one firmly. The movement stopped, but the cold metal felt unnaturally icy, as if it had been touched by something otherworldly. He quickly ushered Lucas away, his heart pounding. As they left, John heard a faint, melodic laugh, almost childlike, trailing behind them. Another story is that of Peter, a teenager who dared his friends to meet at the Phantom Playground at midnight. Pete, known for his bravado, claimed he wasn't scared of ghost stories. That night, under a full moon, Peter and his friends gathered around the slide, armed with flashlights and bravado. As the clock struck 12, Peter climbed the slide, taunting any supposed spirits to show themselves. Suddenly, his flashlight flickered and died. In the ensuing darkness, Peter felt a cold hand brush against his arm. He stumbled back, his heart racing, and yelled for his friends to turn on their lights. When the lights flickered back to life, Peter's friends gasped. There were handprints on Peter's arm, small and delicate, like those of a child. Peter swore he heard a whisper in his ear, "Come play with me." The tales of the Phantom Playground continued to grow. Locals would speak of strange sightings and unexplained sounds. An elderly woman named Margaret recounted how she saw the ghostly figure of a little girl near the merry-go-round, her form translucent and her eyes hollow. Margaret claimed the girl whispered, "Help me," before vanishing into thin air. Skeptics dismissed these stories as tricks of the mind, but for those who had experienced the playground's unsettling presence, the fear was all too real. One of the most chilling accounts came from a man named Robert, who worked late shifts at the nearby factory. Walking home past the playground one night, he heard the unmistakable sound of a child's sobs. Intrigued and concerned, Robert followed the sound to the seesaw. There, in the dim light, he saw a young girl with long dark hair sitting alone and crying. Her sobs were heart-wrenching. Robert approached cautiously, sensing something was off. He asked the girl if she needed help. She lifted her head and Robert saw her pale, tear-streaked face. "No one believes me," she whispered. "I just want to go home." As Robert reached out to comfort her, his hand passed through her. The girl faded away, leaving behind only the echo of her sorrowful cries. The Phantom Playground remains a haunting reminder that some mysteries are never truly solved. Each new generation of children hears the stories, and the bravest might venture to the playground at night, hoping to catch a glimpse of Emma or hear the ghostly laughter that floats on the night air. The town of Willows End might forget many things over time, but the legend of the Phantom Playground endures, a chilling chapter in the town's history. So, as you tuck yourself in tonight and switch off the lights, remember the tales of the Phantom Playground. The next time you hear the creak of a swing or the faint sound of a child's laugh, think of Emma and the other restless spirits who might just be looking for a playmate in the still of the night. Sleep tight and sweet dreams.